we do have to empower our people to pick kind of who we let into our day.
Yeah, 100%, because they're the ones who might have to take that third phone call in a row.
How do you navigate the risk and balancing that with the growth? So this is like an entrepreneur, not a title question.
Sure. So I think the first thing is hiring people that I really trust to cover the risk, because I know that I'm not an expert in that. So I have a great team who has done this a lot longer than I have to cover that portion. So I sleep a lot better at night knowing that they are, the types of people who know the rules, follow the rules, dot the I's and cross the T's, and I can trust them to handle it. And then I think at the end of the day, kind of to your point before, a lot of entrepreneurs skip over the details because they feel like they should just move fast and skip over them. And it's like, no, let's actually invest in those details and then get back to growth. So when we're growing, we know that we're covered. So, we have really great E&O. We have like the top tier when most companies of our size would probably go, the lower amount. And, just investing up front in those things. And then just frankly, making sure that we have the right partners that we trust. So we're not partnering up with people along the way who could lead us to, a bad place, right? So we gate out investors who we've heard, not so great things about. So they're not bringing some of those problems to our door. And just try to make sure we've got the right checks and balances along the way. So we also have really great underwriters. First American backs us, and they obviously have been doing this a while, and a couple of others as well that have been really helpful to us. So the answer is fill the table around me with people who cover those bases, who know it a lot better than I do.
You just said something that kind of dovetails to something you said earlier, or what we were talking about earlier, about how relationships matter and treating people right matters. Even you as a servicer, if you hear something bad about somebody else, I mean, obviously you're probably do due diligence to verify, but it's going to prevent you from working with them, which I think is something that people really need to understand, that if your actions have consequences.
Yeah, my team's
even
time
with
is
service.
valuable. Their time is valuable, and I want them to be crushing it and winning for the people that we want to help grow. So why would I bring that to our doorstep if we have reason to believe it's going to be a problem?
Yeah,
I'm always trying to tell the loan officers, because we will work with brokers, but it's not our core focus at all. And most of the brokers that contact us, I just tell them to call RCN, because I've got a great relationship with their correspondent division. And my VP of sales, Brian Partridge, was mentioning the other day about some broker that was a friend of mine and people know. And the broker was mad that Brian told him that we weren't going to accept any more business from him. And I found it quite shocking. I'm like, Brian, why aren't we taking business from this guy? He goes, Tim, we pick who we work with. And the quality of files and the way he's talking to our people, that's not our game. And I said, good to go. And that was the end of it, right? Because we do have to empower our people to pick kind of who we let into our day.
Yeah, 100%, because they're the ones who might have to take that third phone call in a row. So.
I know. Or deal with a sloppy file, or something that every other lender's already said no to.
Yes.
And a lot of times as a lender, what I find is the deal that is in a rush, that is missing some items, is probably the one you need to stop, take a deep breath, and really look at, because there's probably something wrong there.
Yeah.